Hey there, Capricorn. Happy New Year. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Today, instead of with the energies of the moon, we're going to work with the energies of the outer planets. They pretty much stay where they are for the entire year, but the effect they have is very strongly felt in the collective or in like one sector of your chart. And so I'm going to do these readings for Sun, Moon, and Rising Capricorns, but depending on where you feel the energy throughout the year, you'll know where it's like lighting up, because sometimes it lights up from a square, which is a 90-degree angle. Sometimes it's from an opposition, which is 180 degrees, and sometimes it's from a conjunction when it's like right on top of it. So just kind of feel your way through it, see what seems real to you, what doesn't, and let's go ahead and get started. So the outer planets are Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, Pluto. I'm also including Chiron. So we're just gonna go with this and see what we get. Okay, so we're gonna start with Jupiter. Jupiter is in Saturn, and it will be in Saturn all the way until December 2nd of 2019. And so Jupiter is about expansion, and Jupiter wants to bring good things into your life, and it wants to show you where all the joys and the fun and everything is. You'll notice my glasses are here. I may end up reading to you because these are not cards I use on a regular basis, and I don't want to get this wrong. So, all right, here we go. So how can we best use this expansive energy of Jupiter for Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Rising this year to the highest and best advantage and good? Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Rising. General reading, Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Rising. How can we best? This one? Okay. Okay. So, Capricorn, you have protection. This doesn't really surprise me because right now there are so many planets in Capricorn. That's a real thing that we have going on here right now. So Capricorn, protection. So while you're expanding out there, make sure you are protecting the finding your boundaries and your guidelines and where, Jupiter wants to expand. Capricorn, Saturn is in Capricorn right now, and it wants to contract and say, whoa, not so fast. So whatever it is that you want to do, whatever you want to expand on, make sure you are protecting yourself, that you're paying attention to the details that are important, that you're not just taking unnecessary risks. Jupiter makes you want to take unnecessary risks. Mars today just moved into Aries, which is its home sign. It also wants to take risks. And so between those two, you're going to be like, oh, I want to get out there and do stuff. And I think the idea is to make sure that you are guarded and you are protecting yourself and you're not taking unnecessary risks, and then that you look at the situation clearly and succinctly and you say, okay, maybe I need a little more information. Maybe I need to put up some barriers. Maybe I need to put a little safety net into this project. All right, so then Saturn. Saturn is in Capricorn, like I said, all year long, and it's about boundaries, and it's happy to be there. And so for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, what is the best way to use these energies? I'm not sure if that was... No, that was it. Okay. Wow. Yes, Capricorn. You have this lighting. The Arrow Master. Hitting the mark with intention. This is super excited. So, Risha, I answer questions when I do the question and answer sessions with the new moon and the full moon. So Saturday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will do take questions and answer if you want to come back for that. Okay, so Capricorn, you have boundaries. You have boundaries. Okay, so you're going to protect yourself. You're going to protect yourself as you set out on this. But if you work within the boundaries and you set your arrow of intention, Saturn says, if you play by the rules, I will help you get there. And so that's really, really exciting and wonderful, actually, in so many ways. I'm also going to do a reading for Chiron. And Chiron is a centaur. Chiron in mythology was a centaur who was also in battles, and got hurt in the Achilles heel. That, when we talk about your Achilles heel, well, that's because of Chiron. And he was in so much pain. And even though he was an excellent healer of other people and animals, he could not heal himself. And so finally, Zeus took pity on him and placed him. He was an immortal, and he placed him as an asteroid up in the sky. And so Chiron in your chart shows where you'll be working on healing all year. And right now, Chiron has been, it takes like 3-4 years to cycle to do a revolution. And it's been in Pisces, and it's getting ready to move out. It'll move into Aries on February 18th. And so where in your life that you are working on healing things is, for Capricorn, it's the sense of rejection that you have, that you feel like people are rejecting you all the time. That is the area that you're going to be working on this year. So learning to find your self-worth, your self-value, to not care what other people think about you, to not care what their thoughts are, to not let other people's opinions dictate how you feel about yourself is going to be your goal this year. It's going to be something you're going to really need to work on. And that might come into this need for protection, right? But set your goals, set your intentions, go for it. Don't worry about the rejections. When the rejections come in, brush them off. If you are convinced that what you're doing is the way you want to go, if you believe in yourself, you can get there. If you set the positive intentions, Saturn says play by the rules, and I will help you get there. So don't allow other people's negative opinions of you to have any value in your life. They don't deserve to. Trust me, they don't. The opinion that matters the most, as someone just explained to me today, again, although I do know this, it's nice to hear it, is the only person that really matters is the one you have for yourself, of yourself. So make sure you do that. All right, so now Uranus. Uranus is the planet of like sudden and chaotic changes. And it's in Aries right now, and that it has a lot to do with those wildfires that happened. And now it's getting ready to move into Taurus, and it moves into Taurus on March 6th. And Taurus is all about finances and also love and romance, but groundedness and home. And so these are the areas that Uranus is going to be touching on and could be affecting in your chart. And your advice to that is to be inspired, So when the chaos, and there will be chaos, Uranus brings chaos. That's its job. That's what it does. But the chaos, use it as it's kind of like the kaleidoscope, right? When you shake things up and then they settle out, it's in a more beautiful pattern. And so this card is suggesting, what the guides are suggesting, is that when things get all shaken up and things kind of like filter out into little pieces, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, and stop and take a different perspective. Look at it and say, okay, but where's the beauty in this? What piece of this is really great? And what can I do to take, while everybody else is running around with their heads cut off, like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. And stop and look for the opportunity. Be inspired by what you see. I also feel like from this card, to do something inspiring, it's earth, it's grounded. So I would really suggest doing something that inspires you, that's creative, that has to do with the earth. So plant a little garden, put flowers in pots, make sure you're staying grounded, find your inspiration by walking barefoot, spend time in nature, and look for the inspiration around you. Then the moon, then we're dealing with Neptune. Neptune is in Pisces. That's its home sign. And it's been in Pisces all year. And it's been there a while. It's about halfway through right now. It's about your hopes, your goals, your dreams that are out there that seem really unrealistic. And it's about your inspiration, which Uranus is going to help you find your inspiration. And so bring it into reality using the power from Neptune. Remember to aim for stuff, right? It's not random stuff. And even though it feels out there and it feels random, this is about also attaining your spirituality and bringing the what's out there down in, and the key for you this year, Capricorn, is to show mercy. And when I see this, I think first and foremost, you need to show mercy to yourself. You need to be your biggest champion. You need to protect yourself. You do. And you need to show mercy to yourself and not accept other people's rejection. And I really feel like this is about finding the compassion and the love and the mercy for yourself first. And then, because this is global, the further out they are, the more they encompass the world. It's also showing compassion and mercy toward people who have harmed you. So if they have made you feel rejected, if they have hurt you in some way, if you felt the need to forgive them. It is in the forgiving and in the kindness of things that you do for other people that you release the power that they have over you. And so that will be very, very beneficial to you moving forward this year. And so we've got loving yourself first, unconditionally, forgiving yourself. And then when you do that, you forgive the people around you, and you can really release yourself from this sense of rejection. And that's the best way to protect yourself, is to actually release people. Don't remain tied to them. Whew. Okay, Pluto. Pluto is in Capricorn. Pluto is about deep transformation. It's the hard soul work. It's the death and rebirth cycle. And so let's just see. Oh gosh, I didn't even tell you where I got these cards. This is the Sacred Power from Anna Stark. Wisdom of the Hidden Realms from Colette Baron Reed. Heal Yourself cards from Inna Segal. She does the color cards that we use. Your Sacred Wealth cards from Prima Lee Guerrier. These are the Angels of Atlantis from Stuart Pierce, and Sacred Rebel cards from Alana Fairchild. Okay. Pluto. Where's the deep transformation? What's the best way to use this energy? How can Capricorn tap into this transformative energy in a way that allows them to serve their highest good and the highest good of the world? And oh my God. Okay, so first we've got this rejection thing going on, right? Okay, this is the thing you need to heal, and Pluto is going to help you heal. This is where we transform, okay? This says, free from judgment, free to love. Free from judgment, free to love. So protect yourself by forgiving other people, by not worrying about what they say about you, by showing mercy and kindness to them and to yourself, by looking around at the situation and finding the beauty in it, and be inspired. Be inspired this year, Capricorn, and then set your arrow of intention and let it fly, because you can accomplish things. But the soul work you're going to be doing this year, it's going to be in letting go of other people's judgments of you, and loving yourself and not caring what other people think. Okay, so for some practical guidance, I wanted to give a little of that, because I like to do that. We've got the Angel of Abundance cards here. Angel of Abundance cards from Doreen and Grant Virtue. And let's just see, Capricorn, what kind of advice we can get for steps to move forward. Oh my gosh. Okay. I've never even seen this card before. And that's the way I do my decks, is whatever comes up. Okay. We have Dreams of Abundance. Dreams of Abundance. That is this is this. Okay, Capricorn. Saturn rules Capricorn, and it is in your sign. This is a very powerful year for you, actually a couple of years, because it's going to be there for another year or so. So dream of abundance. Stop letting other people's opinions matter. Look for the beauty. Be inspired. Go out there and go for it. Because if you're dreaming about the abundance, you can absolutely create it if you set your arrow of attention and focus on it. And so we have that new moon in Capricorn. It's happening on Saturday. And so I'm going to do a live with the Q&A. But this is powerful energy because there's an eclipse with it. And so you can set your intentions for the next 6 months to really work on something, to really create something for yourself. So what do you want to create? Really spend the next few days thinking about what you want to create. And then we will find a way to inspire you to break the barriers this year. Break down the barriers and go for it. Go for it. This is your year, Capricorn. You can do a lot with it. The planets are really lined up and supporting of it. Jupiter's in Sagittarius. Jupiter is in Sagittarius. And so with Jupiter and Sagittarius, that's in your house of dreams and goals and higher expectations and aspirations. And we have this, oh my God, stop it with the light, dreams of abundance. You can do this. You can do this. I'm excited for you. I hope you are inspired to really think about what you want. And then on Saturday, whether or not you join me, I want you to sit down and I want you to write out, this is what I want to accomplish this year. And then flip the piece of paper over, and on the back, I want you to write what you're grateful for. Because when you show gratitude to the universe brings you in more stuff. And then I want you to burn it. I do. I want you to burn it, turn it over to God, turn it over to the universe, say, I know that I can accomplish this. If you need to leave a little list for you to refer to, fine, but make sure you're burning the list and burning the gratitude, because that's how you transfer this energy over to spirit and let spirit help you. If you take a step forward, spirit will reach out its hand and it will pull you along. And Capricorn, we work really hard, right? We overcome obstacles all the time, and it would be nice to have a helping hand. So get over it when people are mean to you and they reject you. They just do. People don't always understand us, but whatever, let it go, because that's holding you back. Break that barrier, set your goal of intention, show mercy and compassion to yourself and to others, and go for it. Oh, I'm so excited for you. Okay, so come back and see me on Saturday night, 7:30 p.m. If not, I'll see you next week. I thank you so much. If this resonates with you, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, tell me how it resonates for you. If you think this was helpful, I would really like to know. And thank you. Thank you if you just the first time you've been here and you stuck around. I love it. And if you are returning or a subscriber, I really appreciate all the help that you're giving me in growing this channel. And I look forward to spending more time with you in the coming year. So you take care. Happy New Year. And hopefully I will see you on Saturday. If not, see you next week.